So he asked her that, what do you want? So Parvati said that if you are happy with me, then give me a boon that I will be your only wife. So this is called 2 in 1. She should have asked for a boon that you please marry me and also don't marry somebody else. But she put 2 in 1, that I will be your only wife. It's like there was one lady, she did not have children. So she did austerities to please the Lord. So finally Lord came. So she wanted to ask a boon that I have children, son at least. So she was very clever. She did not ask like that. She said, oh, my grandson should eat kheer every day. Bahu kshira mein patra bhav bhavantu. So this was like 3 boons in 1. That not only she will have son, because then only she can have grandsons, but she will also have grandchildren. And grandchildren will be rich, so that they are eating sweet rice. Because poor people can only eat rice. And rich people can eat sweet rice. So like that, she asked a boon. Women are, sometimes people say women are less intelligent, actually they are more intelligent than men. So Parvati also asked a boon like that. Chanakya Pandit says that they are 4 times more intelligent. Buddhistasam chaturbana. So Lord Shiva, he accepted. And he said that I will not even have somebody else in my mind besides you. So what could be more happiness for a woman than this? Because every woman wants that the husband is completely devoted to her. This is the great requirement of woman. Because men are usually not like that. Women are naturally devoted to one husband, but men, by very nature, likes to flirt. This is the man's psychology, flirting. And woman's psychology is being devoted. So therefore women are always worried about it because they know it. Although they have not studied human psychology, but even without studying, they know it very well. So they are very much hung up on this fact. And most of the fights in family life are because of this. So Parvati was very, very happy. And she was married and they both lived on Kailash Parvat. One day Parvati was sitting in front of Shiva, facing each other. And Lord Shiva's chest was shining, just like this one stone called Billor. It's like sphatic. And in that, she saw that there was a woman. So by seeing this, she thought that Lord Shiva is having another woman. And she started thinking that he has given me the word, and how is that he has another woman now? So just by thinking like this, her mood changed, her eyebrows turned, and she was becoming upset. And when she did that, then this reflection also did the same to her. Because this was a reflection. So Parvati thought that now not only that Shiva has got another lady, but she even hates me. Navdeep, he told me one incident. He used to have one girlfriend. Remember this Meera? Sometimes she used to call here when Navdeep came, and she will call me for hours. And he was saying that this Meera was completely in love with Navdeep, but she was feeling the doubt that Navdeep is talking to other women also, because Navdeep was in London and he was giving classes. And he said that one day they both were standing on a train station in London somewhere, and standing in front of, waiting for the train to come and talking. And then people are passing by and some people are standing. So this Meera thought that Navdeep, while talking to her, is actually not paying attention to her, but he is looking at another woman. And then inside she became very disturbed, but she didn't tell this to Navdeep. And she told Navdeep that, can you move from that place where you are standing and come to this side? So Navdeep didn't know why suddenly she's asking for this. So he just moved. So then she came and she stood there and trying to see where Navdeep's eyes were going. And then she said, okay. And then they started talking. So Navdeep said that, what were you doing? So first she didn't want to tell. But then she said that I wanted to see where you're looking. So because in the olden days there was no mirror. So now we are used to seeing our face every day morning. We spend half an hour. Women spend, they did a survey that women spend, I think, some 20% of their life in front of the mirror. So, but when there were no mirrors, then you don't know how you look. There is one joke I read, that there was one old man, there was one couple living on an island, and there was nobody else on that island. So they were living there doing little farming, and so one day this man, and they became old. They grew up on that island. His father was there, his father died. Then he himself became old and they had no children. So one day while he was wandering on the island, he found a piece of mirror. Maybe some ship came and some problem and somebody has thrown it there, or sometimes there is jetson. So he got a piece of mirror and he saw it and he looked at it and he saw his own face in it. But because he has never seen his face, he thought that this is his father. Because he has seen his father when he was old and he has a resemblance to his father. So he brought it and he said, wow, this is amazing that my father is here. So he brought it and he kept it in his bedroom. And every night he will go to this mirror and he will look into it and pray and then go to sleep. So this wife, she noticed that what is this, every day after dinner, he goes into his bedroom and what is he doing there? So she became suspicious, that is the nature. So one day she followed him and then she saw that he is holding this thing and saying something. She could not hear, but he was murmuring something. He was like praying to the Father. So then she came in and says, what are you doing? So he got little taken aback. Suddenly he was there, he was surprised, and she thought, look, something is wrong, because he is very surprised. So she asked him, what were you doing? So he says, I'm just praying to my father. He says, what do you mean praying to your father? He says, no, my father is here. He says, let me see. So he gave the mirror to her. And when he gave the mirror to her and she looked into it, so she sees her face in it. So then she became very wild. He says, now I know, you are every day coming and looking at this old hag. And telling lies that you're praying to the father. So Parvati is seeing the reflection in the chest of Lord Shiva, and she is very upset. And now when she was upset, then the reflection also became upset. So then she realized that now she is also looking at me like this, and she is not going to go like this. She is a tough woman. So she became very sad and became angry and left. And then she went to the top of the mountain. So Shankara, Shiva, he was searching for him, and after a long time he found her on the top of the mountain and saw that she was very sad and her face was completely dry. So Lord Shiva said that, what has happened to you? Why are you looking so sad? What is the cause of your unhappiness? And you look very angry to me. So when he said that, have I done anything to disturb you? Because I don't remember. So he says, I don't think that I have said any harsh word to you or I have done something to upset you. Why are you upset? So she was not telling. And she thought that now see how cleverly he is trying to hide. So he was trying to supplicate, but she was getting more upset. So when he asked many times, finally she spoke. He says, well, I did austerities and I took a boon from you. And the boon was that besides me, you will not accept any other woman. And now I see that you have broken your word and got another lady. So I saw her sitting with my own eyes. She was sitting on your left side of your chest. And now I'm thinking, what is to be done? Says that I did austerities to please you, but oh Lord, looks like that you are not happy with me. And I'm thinking that I will do austerities again to please you. And please give me permission to go away for austerities. So when Lord Shiva heard it, he started laughing. And he said that, why did you have this doubt? I don't have any other woman with me, nor have I broken my word. This is only your illusion. And if you really want to know, then first give up your anger. Because when a person is angry, then he cannot think properly, cannot see reality. Anger has a very interesting characteristic. It's like a drug which goes into the brain and covers the person's senses. You cannot see even things which are in front of you. You cannot hear. The whole reality changes. So he said that, I think you have only seen your own shadow or reflection, and therefore you are in this illusion. And then he said that, come with me and show me where is another woman. So Parvati said, how can I understand that this was a reflection? I saw it myself. And she was sitting very happily, and as soon as I came, then she became upset. So in the beginning she was sitting very happily, but when she saw me, then immediately her eyebrows turned and her face was red in anger. So Lord Shiva said that the woman which you saw, do you remember her face? So Parvati said, how can I forget her face? That very features and the face is still in my mind. So Shiva said that, okay, I will go back to the same place where I was sitting and you come and see again where you have seen this lady. So they went there, and he said that first you see this woman which you are going to see there, and then you see yourself, your reflection in water, and see if they have any resemblance. But it is also very difficult to convince a woman when something goes into the mind of a woman, very difficult. There are three types of people who are considered as obstinate in Shastra, in Chanakya Niti. Woman, child, and a king, or royal people. When they fix their mind on something, like child, they want something, then they only want that, nothing else. So he says that let's go and see if there is another woman. So they did like this, and then of course there was no other woman, and Parvati was able to understand that this was only her own reflection. And then she felt very ashamed of herself, what she has done. So then he said that don't worry, it is always possible to fall in illusion. And moreover, this illusion only shows your love for me, so I am not disturbed. Because you have so much love for me that you don't want anybody else. And you are my Ardhangini, means half body. And so from that time he said that you will actually now become half of me, so that you will never have this illusion, you will never get the chance. So from that time onward, Lord Shiva became Ardhanarishwar, half Shiva and half Parvati. So then Parvati, she made a statement that if I could become so disturbed simply by seeing the reflection and thinking that this is my co-wife, how much painful it must be when somebody actually has a co-wife. So that is the story. And now we can have small class.